I'm David Galco, founder and president of Athletes Against Bullying, and this is my third year working with this group.
I'm Lee Rosenswell. I'm the treasurer, and this is my second year in the club.
My name's Charlotte Montgomery. I've been involved with this club for 3 years, but I have been the vice president of communications for the past 2 years.
So I initially came up with the idea for this group summer before my sophomore year, and I was really inspired by Deshaun Jackson, who was one of my favorite players at the time, and I knew that he did a lot of work with bullying prevention, and I had recently seen a movie called Bully, which was very inspirational for me. And I think they showed it in health classes, and with those two factors in mind, I thought who better than athletes to step up against bullying.
I remember David told me actually in biology class, he turned to me and told me about him starting this club, and I just followed his lead.
So the mission of Athletes Against Bullying is to educate student athletes at Cherry Hill East in order to prevent bullying on the school sports teams, as well as create a more positive environment in the greater school community.
Yeah, and basically what we do, we reach out to athletes on their sports teams, particularly captains, and we try to tell them to spread the message to their constituents and their teammates.
We create a lot more awareness in a smaller knit environment with athletes, and then with this we just let it spread to the other parts of the school. So it's not restricted to athletes, that's just where we start and where we focus.
I think I learned a lot of leadership qualities while leading this group, but in general, I've had to learn a lot about bullying and the effects of bullying myself, and through a lot of training sessions. It's the kind of thing that will be in the back of your mind forever.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely learned a lot about bullying and anti-bullying and how to combat bullying. So in my later years, when I'm playing on sports teams or just in general with my friends, I just know how to combat bullying.
I've learned a lot about hearing situations and thinking about things from other people's perspectives. So whether you're the captain of the team or whether you're the freshman, we get to learn a lot about how you see situations from different perspectives. And with all the speakers we have and all of the information we get, we just learn how to handle situations and I guess guide people through different types of bullying and help others through it.
I think, first of all, it's kind of the relationships you make, and so I've gotten really close with all my officers that I've had, and all the people I've worked with, and all the people down in administration that I've had the opportunity to work with. But most of all, what I'll take with me is really, like I said before, just the general knowledge of bullying prevention, and knowing that you can't be a bystander when you have to speak out against bullying.
I'll cherish the relationships I gained here, and also, like David said, I'll take the lessons I've learned about bullying and anti-bullying and look to use them in my life.
Something I'll definitely take with me is the power that we have to, I guess, start a club, which also parallels with our power in the club to make a difference. So especially with David's lead, we were able to create something that hasn't been done exactly at school before, and it also is helping us do something for the better of the athletes and the better of the other students.
I guess the general trend, as stereotypical, I guess, would be a better player picking on a lesser player. While that isn't necessarily true, I'd say that a lot of time you'll see bullying and hazing in sports, and whether or not it's joking around or actual bullying, it is something that's a prevalent issue in today's society, and that's something that we may not necessarily see too extreme at East, but in general it's definitely a problem that needs to be solved.
There's no place that's completely eradicated bullying. It exists, and especially on sports teams where there's such a competitive nature between everyone, they always want to be the best, they want to do the best, and sometimes they feel that degrading others is a way to get that power and to be the best. So that's why it's so important. That's why they're intertwined, and it's so important that we made this club to try to go against this.
On my own teams and in my own personal experience, you see when your team's in a downward spiral, you tend to point fingers, and that's when things kind of get nasty. So we really learned from the club that the sports and the bullying, it works in sorry. It really just is something that has to be fixed because it's seen in both areas as well as in the rest of the world.
So I'd say that there are really two factors that contribute to why this club has grown so rapidly. One, it's run by students for students, as Lee actually said fairly recently. And that basically, the fact that it's not the kind of thing that's forced on by coaches and other faculty members, it's the kind of thing that students want to join. And, it's the kind of thing that people want to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, CBS 3 Philly did a little story on us on TV, so that was definitely some nice exposure for us. We've been in the Cherry Hill Sun, USA Today. David, any other publications maybe?
Philadelphia Inquirer,
and also just David picked some great officers. Not to toot my own horn, because I wasn't part of the membership committee, so I didn't get new members. But the other officers, like Charlotte, for example, and like some others, they really did a great job of recruiting members to the club.
Yeah, just to go along with that, I think the underclassmen, I see that they really want to continue the club. So even after David leaves this year, he was the founder, but I think it's going to continue to grow just because they see that interest and they see the need for it.
Recently, we gave a presentation at Rider University to a lot of faculty members from around the state, and they were all interested in either starting athletes against bullying clubs to their own schools, or really just trying to figure out what we're all about. And so to know that our group has grown so much over the past few years, that we're able to make an impact on other students in the state potentially.
My favorite memory would probably be when a former Philadelphia Eagle, Brandon Bear, came to speak to us at East, and he talked to us about bullying, and he put us through some situations, and it was really cool to actually see that, and he was just a great guy overall, and it was a cool experience.
Agreeing with Lee, the speakers were definitely some of my favorite parts of this club, but also another little thing, we have a lot of officer meetings, and it's just fun to be able to sit with each other and bounce ideas around, and we laugh, we have fun, but we also are serious, and we look to see how we can expand the club, make it better, and make it more useful. So those times are definitely fun during LB1 and 2, I think we can agree.
Absolutely. I'd say keep it alive. You're a part of something special. It's a big club, and you can do a lot of good with this club. And keep it alive, keep it strong.
Yeah, going along with that, don't be stagnant. Like, actually, there have been 0 reported bullying incidents on sports teams since we started the club. And, I know that's like, wow, that we did our job, basically. But, things are going to happen. You still have to keep preaching the message and just keep it going strong.
It is what you guys make of it, so definitely continue the tradition that David and all of us have started, and just keep it alive, because it's something that is useful to everyone else, so we can make a difference.